Good afternoon. Well, if only you say good afternoon, that doesn't work so well. Let's try it again. Good afternoon. There we go. That's convocation energy, not library energy. That's what we want. That's a I came to see someone I care about graduate today energy. That's right. Okay, we're off to a good start. I can already tell we're going to get along. My name is Sean Farfaro, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences convocation ceremony this afternoon. Before I tell you a bit about the ceremony proceedings themselves, I just want to take a moment to help you identify your closest exit so that you're prepared in the unlikely event we have to evacuate the building for any reason. All of our exits are marked with the green runner symbol. You can see it directly above the door. For those of you seated in the bleachers, it's very simple. You would proceed back up to track level and head out to this door over here. Essentially, if you just think head for daylight, it'll work. Right over here to this doorway. For those of you on this half of the floor, if we have to evacuate, your exit point is in the back corner over there. There is a door. You head through that door. Into the back corner of that hallway is a staircase which takes you up to the same exit up here. For those of you on this side, you have a couple of options. 2 doors at the back, 1 door at the front. All of those will take you to the same entrance that you came in today, okay? Under no circumstances, go that way. There's no door over there. All right, now back to convocation. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduands, and we take great pride in our convocation ceremony. In order to allow full attention on convocation, we would ask you to please silence your phones and any electronic devices, pretty much anything that can make noise throughout the ceremony. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. We would ask you to please share your photos, your memories, and perhaps some advice for our graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Convocation is a time for celebration. It's an opportunity for us to come together as a community to honor the success and achievements of all of our graduates. They've all worked so hard. Everyone in this room knows how hard they've worked. And it's amazing that we all get to share this experience with them today. And shared really is the key word here. We're all here together sharing a collective moment. It's a moment each of you will remember forever, and a moment that each of our graduates will never forget. So let's all work together to help create a positive atmosphere that both respects and celebrates this momentous occasion for all of our graduates. No pressure. Now, before the graduands enter for this momentous occasion, we've prepared a small video for you, a short video, to help you learn a little bit more about the ceremony itself.
Convocation is a momentous occasion and steeped in rich history. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. The gowns for baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, with the hood color differing to represent each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have bright blue gowns, while the honorary degree recipients have red. The University of Guelph crest represents our institution's specific history. The stallion above represents our connection to the Royal City of Guelph, the book to the liberal arts, the astrolabe to the sciences, and the cornucopia, our connection to abundance and agriculture. The motto for the crest, Rerum cognoscere causas, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. Now to the ceremony itself. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The graduands will be the first to enter, heralding the start of the ceremony. The graduands will be followed by the arrival of the mace, which will lead the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the chancellor, the president, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The ceremony will be organized by college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be captured, and there will be a simultaneous live webcast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. Each student will pause at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your cumulative applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. We assure you there will be an opportunity for truly thunderous applause before the ceremony ends. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. We would ask that you please remain standing during the recessional until the platform party has processed out of the hall, and then remain at your seat for a brief closing announcement about the reception that follows and instructions on a phased dismissal. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Please stand as you're able for the arrival of the graduating class.
Ani, we give thanks to the Creator. We acknowledge the world around us and understand our place within it. We acknowledge and offer our respect to the many nations that walked this land in the past, the many nations that walk it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe. Sacred trust, we are the keepers of this land. She shelters and sustains us. Long after the flesh fails the spirit, we will care for this land. Our drums will be heard upon the wind, our voices in the rustle of the leaf. Our people have a sacred trust for the land, a trust no man may break, a trust that death cannot sever. We were here when you first stepped foot upon this land, and here we will remain long after the last step has disturbed your soil.
As an institution committed to learning, research, and to improving life, we are on a journey of transformative acts towards reconciliation. We acknowledge our role in strengthening relationships with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, and in upholding our responsibilities as both treaty partners and citizens. We know there's much work to do here and across Canada, and we're dedicated to taking these next steps together towards a brighter future. We would ask you to please remain standing as you're able and join Amatida Sorabi in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
My name is Sonia Wu Winter, and I coordinate multi-faith programs here at U of G. I am honored to offer our invocation. As we gather today to celebrate these graduates, we pause to mark the end of one journey and to give thanks for all that has brought us to this moment. I invite us, each in our own way, to pause for a moment of silence, recognizing that for which we are most grateful today. As a new journey begins, may the knowledge we have gathered here be joined with wisdom and compassion as we offer the sacred gift of who we are to the flourishing of our world. May we each and together journey forward, sustained by the mystery of life and by a muscular hope for our world, to build common cause with those around us, to protect and nourish creation, and to create communities where the dignity of all is affirmed, where each may find a place of deep belonging. May peace be the song of our hearts and the work of our hands. I invite you to be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, thank you. My name is Mary Ann Chambers, and it is my pleasure to serve as Chancellor of this very special university. With me on stage are representatives of the University of Guelph's senior leadership team, staff, and faculty, alumni and members of the university's Board of Governors and Senate, all of whom are here to proudly celebrate what our graduates have achieved. I am truly grateful for their dedication to the personal and professional development and success of our students. I'm also immensely grateful to members of our extended university community who provide advice, mentorship opportunities for co-op placements and experiential learning, and all who provide financial support in the form of scholarships, bursaries, and other awards, and invest in resources and physical spaces that enhance the student experience. I would also like to recognize His Worship Cam Guthrie, Mayor of Guelph, who is also very much a member of that extended University of Guelph community. It seems like not very long ago that I stood at the podium to formally admit many of you, many of today's graduates, to the University of Guelph. The faces I saw then seemed a lot younger and a bit unsure, perhaps even anxious. Today you look excited, confident, and ready to take on the next chapters of your lives. I am reminded of one of the songs that British singer Susan Boyle recorded. Here are some of the lyrics of Who I Was Born to Be. When I was a child, I could see the wind in the trees, and I heard a song in the breeze. It was there singing out my name. I have known the taste of defeat, and I have finally grown to believe it will all come around again. Though I may not know the answers, I can finally say I'm free. And if the questions led me here, then I am who I was born to be. So here am I, open arms and ready to stand. I've got the world in my hands, and it feels like my turn to fly. I am who I was born to be. I am who I was born to be. Graduates, regardless of the program of study you chose to pursue, it is actually who you are as human beings and how you live your lives that will have the greatest impact on the quality of life we each get to enjoy. I ask that you never lose your appetite for exploring and learning, whether in formal settings or in your day-to-day interactions with others. There are many challenges that will continue to need our thoughtful attention, like climate change and food insecurity, global health, and geopolitical instability. Addressing challenges such as these is critical to the survival and sustainability of our planet. Artificial intelligence is also for real, and it calls upon us to value the accuracy of information and how we use data, as well as the importance of ethical approaches to decision-making. So yes, there are challenges all around us, but but in each of you, I see reasons to be hopeful. I see the opportunity for you to define the kind of life that will be most meaningful to you. And I hope you have a sense of what is possible. I hope you are feeling like you are who you were born to be. I want you to aspire to greatness. Most of all, I want you to make your lives matter, because our world truly needs you to do so. The world should be a better place because you have lived. Today, we are celebrating much of what we have in common, like our understanding of the importance of dreaming big and working hard to make those big dreams a reality, and the importance of believing in ourselves while supporting others during difficult times, cheering each other on with every little taste of success, not taking our sense of community or the pride that we share as Canadians for granted, and recognizing that we are much stronger when we are able to rely on each other. As you embrace the joy and satisfaction of these moments and look with optimism and courage towards the future, I wish you continued success, and I ask that you remember those who have cared so much about you and have often made significant sacrifices to enable you to dream big. So if you're able to do so, now would be a good time to stand and look around you and behind you and applaud all who have helped you to get to this point. You can be seated. I also know from conversations I have had with students that some have had to work hard under difficult personal circumstances to achieve their dreams. I admire and applaud the strength, resilience, and determination that you have all demonstrated. Life is truly a journey. So as we celebrate you today, it is my hope that you will continue to invest in yourselves and your future. Your can-do growth mindset got you here, and it will take you further. I believe that you will be rewarded for your efforts and your wise choices in ways that you might not yet be able to predict. Today, you are becoming alumni, forever cherished members of the University of Guelph community. Remember why you chose to pursue a university education. I would like to believe you did so not only to improve yourselves and your prospects for the future, but also to improve life for others. I have another wish for you that I will convey through one verse of the lyrics of a song by American country singer and songwriter Leanne Womack. It's not a new song, but I think its message is timeless and one that you might wish to take with you on your life's journey. The song's title is I Hope You Dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance, never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. Remain close to the University of Guelph, and if at all possible, please do whatever you can to help ensure the success of students who will follow you. This will always be your alma mater. You can be very proud of that. The University of Guelph is certainly very proud of you. I wish you the best always.
Good afternoon. My name is Mavis Morton. I'm an associate professor and chair of the Department of Sociology and Anthropology in the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Madam Chancellor, upon the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to present to you Karen Sorensen, the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. A distinguished U of G alum whose career has been informed by civic responsibility, Karen Sorensen's path reflects a deep and sustained commitment to public good. As a three-term mayor of Banff, Alberta, and current independent Canadian senator, Sorensen's leadership is notable for its integration of sustainability, economic stewardship, and social equity. Navigating wildfires, floods, and a global pandemic, her calm resolve and deep care for her community earned her broad admiration and trust. In Banff, where she served 17 years in elected office, Senator Sorensen's legacy is one of transformation. She was instrumental in expanding public transit, connecting Banff, Canmore, and Lake Louise, improving life for residents and reducing traffic and environmental strain on Banff National Park. Her ability to work effectively across multiple levels of government made her instrumental in advancing affordable housing initiatives, addressing long-standing labor shortages, and ensuring economic resilience. Deeply engaged in regional and environmental planning, Senator Sorensen has worked across multiple boards to steward both human and ecological communities. Her commitment to issues such as sustainable tourism, environmental stewardship, and Indigenous relations transcend local governance, offering national and global models for place-based policy grounded in sustainability and reconciliation. In the Senate, her pragmatic and visionary leadership is now turned toward parliamentary tourism and diabetes caucuses, and she continues to champion priorities focused on Indigenous peoples, agriculture, forestry, energy, and the environment. Leading with empathy, humor, and integrity, her work resonates deeply with the ideals the University of Guelph strives to cultivate: thoughtful, principled, and engaged citizenship. I now ask you, Madam Chancellor, to confer upon Karen Sorensen the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it gives me great pleasure to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws. Thank you. Congratulations. I now invite Dr. Karen Sorensen to deliver the convocation address.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for letting me join your grad class. I really appreciate it. Your worship, pleasure to see you. Us mayors, we like to stick together. Madam Chancellor, President Van Acker, and Professor Morton, thank you so much for your kind words. It is my great honor and incredibly humbling to be speaking with you today. As I thought about my comments and all of you, I wondered how many of you have a plan for when you leave here today? And I don't mean dinner plans. I mean a 3 to 5 year life plan. And how many of you do not? There's been a long-standing belief that if you don't have a plan, that's a problem. Speaking from my experience, that simply isn't true. And to those of you who do have a plan for the next 5 years, that is impressive. But it is also, in many ways, an illusion. The good news is, I predict your predetermined plan will be far less interesting than the life you actually end up living. Either way, know this: you are not behind. You are at the beginning. The life path that once felt so predictable is now filled with unprecedented uncertainty. And today, uncertainty is normal. You are a unique and resilient generation. When your parents, grandparents, and loved ones look at you, they don't just see graduates. They see a generation forged in uncertainty, one that kept moving forward while the world continually shifted beneath their feet. You graduated from high school during a global pandemic, and rather than stepping into stability, you stepped into a mental health crisis, a cost of living squeeze that forced many of your peers to choose between textbooks and groceries, and a world being fundamentally rewired by social media and artificial intelligence. Over 80% of Canadian youth report feeling stressed and anxious about the future. At 80%, this is not a personal struggle. It's a shared experience. And I want to pause on that for a moment, because I think it matters that you hear this said clearly in a room full of people who care about you. Struggling does not mean you are failing. Feeling uncertain does not mean that you are lost. And needing help, asking for it, accepting it, that is not weakness. That is wisdom. It is one of the most important things you will ever learn to do. The world will tell you to project confidence, to have answers, to look like you have it all together. But the most resilient people I have ever met, the ones who built meaningful lives and led with integrity, were not the ones who had it all figured out. They were the ones who stayed curious, stayed honest, and kept showing up even when the path wasn't clear. That is exactly what you have done, and that is exactly what will carry you forward. And while the path ahead may feel unclear, you are rewriting what success looks like, and I applaud you for that. In my generation, success was often defined in a much more rigid and, in my opinion, unbalanced way. What I'm trying to say is this: uncertainty used to be something we tried to eliminate. Your generation is learning how to live with it and even build within it, and that is remarkable. There is no doubt the scale of uncertainty today feels different than ever before, but the feeling of not knowing what comes next, that part isn't new. Every person in here who has supported you today has felt that way too, many times. I grew up down the road in Orangeville. After high school, I chose the University of Guelph because it felt safe. It was close to home, and many of my friends were here. It also offered a path toward my plan to become a zoologist. I was going to work with marine mammals and live near an ocean. Spoiler alert. I am in politics, and I live in the Canadian Rockies. After my first year, the university told me that due to my low grades, despite being an honor student in high school, I was asked to take an academic suspension. I was required to take 2 semesters off to reevaluate my goals. That was most definitely not in my plan. So I headed west, like many did in the late 70s, and found a job near Banff. When I was 14, my family had visited Banff during a family vacation. And during that trip, at 14 years old, I said to my mother, I'm going to live here one day. And when I returned to the Canadian Rockies about 5 years later, I once again felt that deep sense of belonging in the mountains. And I learned that there was this entire industry that focused on people traveling, on discovering Canada, on searching out new experiences, and on making memories with their friends and family. You could work and make a career in that world. That discovery caused me to make a new plan. I came back to Guelph, completed my degree in 5 semesters straight, and immediately returned to Banff after graduating. Banff became my home. I found my husband of 37 years, already living there. I like to think he was just waiting for me to find my way to him. We raised our family there, and my deep commitment to community was born there. I went on to serve as a school board trustee, then a town councillor, then mayor of Banff, serving my community in total for 21 years. And in 2021, nobody was more shocked than me, I was appointed to the Senate of Canada representing Alberta. I am nowhere near an ocean. There isn't a dolphin in sight, but I have always been exactly where I was meant to be. The moral of the story is this: the path to a fulfilling life is not straight. And speaking from experience, you do not want it to be. The twists, the turns, the disappointments, and yes, even being suspended, are often the things that guide you in the right direction. So I invite you, normalize uncertainty. And I ask those who love you to support you in doing the same. And yes, uncertainty is uncomfortable. So sit with it, listen to it, and check in with yourself. That 14-year-old version of me knew something then. It was just a feeling I had about Banff. But that feeling, years later, made perfect sense. And today, it feels like it guided me exactly where I needed to go. If you take nothing else from what I say today, take this: trust your feelings. And as you leave here today, you are stepping into a world that is complex, fast-changing, and at times overwhelming. There will be moments when you question yourself, moments when the path ahead feels unclear. That is not failure. That is part of becoming. Give yourself permission to explore, to change direction, to try something and discover it's not for you. Every experience you have, especially the unexpected ones, will shape you. And remember, your value is not defined by how quickly you figure everything out. It's defined by your willingness to keep moving forward as you take your next step with confidence and courage. Congratulations and thank you. Merci. Hi, hi.
Okay. Graduates, now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Will the graduating class please rise? Madame Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, it is my very real pleasure to admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated? Good afternoon, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, distinguished guests, and our amazing graduates. My name is Caitlin McLaughlin. I'm an associate professor and chair in the Department of Psychology, and joining you today on behalf of the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. What started as Macdonald Institute in 1903, one of Canada's first women's institutes, has now grown to the largest and most diverse college at the university, with over 7,000 students studying in various disciplinary and interdisciplinary programs that are highly ranked both nationally and internationally. Although a lot has changed over the last 123 years, one thing has remained the same: our commitment to addressing critical and complex issues facing individuals, families, communities, and our world. Through integrated scholarship that is based on rigorous research, student-centered learning, and engagement with people and communities. As an interdisciplinary college renowned for applied research, and as the university's Center for Excellence in Community-Engaged Scholarship, we provide graduates with more than just knowledge. We provide them an opportunity to combine their passion with applied learning opportunities where they can develop the hands-on skills needed to address wicked problems related to justice, inequality, social change, health, well-being, and the environment. These applied learning opportunities also help students build resilience, a growth mindset through overcoming adversity. They stimulate students' creativity, nurture their passion, and help them build lifelong relationships, all of which is focused on ensuring that each one of our students achieve their full potential and flourish both inside and outside the university. To our new graduates, I'm delighted and proud of your achievement after so many years of hard work. Today, I join your family and friends to celebrate this important milestone in your lives, and the fact that you are an engaged and well-informed graduate, primed to be involved in and in fact shape the communities and world around you. Madam Chancellor, I now have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Applied and Human Sciences so that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees. Okay.
Graduating from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Program, Namratha Adyantaya with distinction. Vesh Agarwal with distinction. Elizabeth Agnew. Henry Alford with distinction. Jessica Allen with distinction. Maya Archer. Emily Ojla with distinction. Maya Ojla with distinction. Rachel Aidenley with distinction. Caitlin Donna Baker. Jordan Maria Ball with distinction. Shay Bandiera. Jada Jasmine Naomi Bodie Barrett with distinction. Taya Basic. Lucas Battaglia. Lily Bone with distinction. Paige Diana Beaupre with distinction. Chloe Beck with distinction. Avery Bedard with distinction. Jane Bell with distinction. Shannon Bell with distinction. John Chiabuka Ben with distinction. Krista Bentley with distinction. Brooke Nicole Bergsma. Ronan Bernard. Carolyn Bishop with distinction. Saffron Boyce with distinction. Nicole Bonello. Natalie Grace Bauscher with distinction. Emma Victoria Boyd with distinction. Emily Branco with distinction. Nicholas Brownsden with distinction. Morgan Sade Burgess. Caitlin Birch. Doran Butcher. Isabel Marisol Cabello. Olivia Cabral. Haley Pamela Cahill with distinction. Eve Elizabeth Campo with distinction. Michele Carboni with distinction. Allison Carson with distinction. Aislinn Castles. Peyton Castellato. Genevieve Wilma Suryon Chang with distinction. Marianne Schwanard with distinction. Gwyneth Chung with distinction. Beck Clinton. Aaron Koch. Andrew David Conrad with distinction. Ivy Corbalan with distinction. Emma Costa Frere. Jordan Marie Craig with distinction. Grace Crawford. Connor Crow with distinction. Mackenzie Cunliffe with distinction. Paige Cunliffe. Summer Cunningham with distinction. Sarah Darcy with distinction. Lauren Danielle DiDomenico with distinction. Bryn Rose Dagenhart with distinction. Samantha DiGenova with distinction. Jackie Delaney. Jessica Marie Dente. Sierra Maria DePass with distinction. Jasmine May DeVoe. Sabrina Brooke Dewan with distinction. Victoria Diaz with distinction. Sophie Diana DiCarlo. Sophie DiFilippo with distinction. Ashley Sue Diplock. Sabrina Maria Domingos with distinction. Sydney Tate Doherty. Danielle Dover with distinction. Mackenzie Duguay with distinction. Kate Edwards. Melanie Elliston. Joshua English with distinction. Ariel Feliz Enriquez with distinction. Emma Ferlisi. Lisa Marie Fernandez. Skyla Fernandez with distinction. Evan Farron with distinction. Jaden Fevrier with distinction. Madison Foley with distinction. Alexa Franciosa. Jordan Emily Franco with distinction. Ava Rose Furr. Laura Sartori Gemin with distinction. Alanis Genioli with distinction. Alicia Antoinette Gentili with distinction. Jacob Gerchikov. Lauren Gilbert. Adrian Gilmore with distinction. Allison Goldsworthy with distinction. Asha Gonsalves with distinction. Robin Goodman. Maximilian Andrew Michael Gottwald. Jack Gowdy. Amy Graham with distinction. Morgan Gregory. Aaliyah Griffiths. Serena Gunter with distinction. Milena Habte with distinction. Josephine Allison Haddo with distinction. Emily Hamilton with distinction. Emily Marie Harden with distinction. Alexa Joanne Hardy. Iasia Harewood with distinction. Natalie Harmsworth with distinction. Sandra Harriet Ribberty with distinction. Caitlin Harrison with distinction. Jessica Haskins. Alyssa Hawkins Alley. Ryan Joseph Haynes with distinction. Cooper McGuire Helm. Kaylee Henriquez. Megan Hill. Megan Holling. Lindsay May Hercombe with distinction. Taryn Jean Hurd with distinction. Lauren Jade Hutchison. Eteogena Ilube. McKenna Irwin. Iman Islam with distinction. Paige Jack with distinction. Aiden Jacob. Helene Jeoma. Emma Grace Jenkins with distinction. Elliot Johnstone with distinction. Hallie Sarah Josh. Callie Rose Junkala. Alina Rose Jersik with distinction. Adya Kapoor with distinction. Maya Louisa Kachudis. Isla Jane Kelly with distinction. Shahzad Hoshbin. Marissa Kierstead with distinction. Brianna Maria Clunder with distinction. Chloe Cook with distinction. Carl Cole with distinction. Anna Maria Kovalchuk. Ella Marie Lake with distinction. Jade Andrea Langley. Elsa Greer Lebinger with distinction. Avery Leach with distinction. Isabella Leone with distinction. Yumin Lee. Kennedy Lichty with distinction. Megan Losey with distinction. Kala Lushnig with distinction. Alexa Maria Lucas. Alexander Love with distinction. Maya Lucas with distinction. Ashley Lupton with distinction. Matthew Machinik. Justine McPhail. Emma McCree. Madeline Mallet with distinction. Ellen Kathleen Manderville with distinction. Sarah Marashli with distinction. Isabella Marcos with distinction. Ella Lily McCloskey. Cohen Robert McHugh. Alexander Philip McDowell. Kennedy Michelle McGregor with distinction. Megan McMeekin with distinction. Mallory McNeely. Mabel Machery. Sean Mehmet. Avalon Elaine Meyer. Angelina Stephanie Mezabada with distinction. Mihalchik with distinction. Alicia Miller. Taylor Mitchell with distinction. Anthony Montagnesi. Mackenzie Kaylin Moore with distinction. Marcos Moray with distinction. Michaela Morris. Emma Morrison with distinction. Serena Nagra. Alexandria Nagy with distinction. Taryn Nogler with distinction. Kalia Nelson. Connor Newell. Emily Ng with distinction. Lily Simone Nicholas Robinson. Stephanie Brooke Noodleman with distinction. Avery O'Connell with distinction. Brianna Ogilvy with distinction. Abigail Marie Olix Thatcher with distinction. Maya Omasta. Jordan Orzel. Megan Victoria O'Toole. Parmeet Pada. Christian Palia with distinction. Jenna Chantel Paiva with distinction. Aphrodite Panayotidis. Rebecca Jacqueline Doshanti Parker with distinction. Jaylene Jennifer Paris. Madeline Payer. Jesse Pearson with distinction. Sienna Marie Cabral Pereira. Elissa Perron. Daniel Pickett. Dominique Prajou with distinction. Jack Mitchell Price with distinction. Hayden Joseph Kwan with distinction. Sabina Ravichandran. Lauren Redinger. Riley Riche. Courtney Ritter with distinction. Hannah Robertson with distinction. Eleanor Robinson with distinction. Maya Robinson with distinction. Jacob Rolfe with distinction. Georgia Ross. Taylor Ruckle. Isabella Ruffalo. Lily Russell with distinction. Madison Jeanette Ryan with distinction. Danielle Sachs with distinction. Rusna Kaur Sadra. Annalise Mary Saliba. Gabriella Avery Bean Salter with distinction. Julia Emily Sampson with distinction. Anna Scarcelloni. Ava Shapani with distinction. Alana Schlachter with distinction. Madison Scolieri. Marissa Josiana Scrocco. Audrey Satai with distinction. Sabrina Scrignoli. Rosha Shahabi with distinction. Rhea Shamber with distinction. Amal Shako with distinction. Devanshi Sharma with distinction. Owen Schultes. Rianne Silva with distinction. Anaya Singh with distinction. Lanae Sierra Smith. Ryan David Snyder. Sophia Sorbara with distinction. Cole Spagnolo with distinction. Claire Stammers with distinction. Zaya Stas. Isabella Stasiuk with distinction. Zoe Stevens with distinction. Aaron Stevenson with distinction. Chloe Storto Borbely with distinction. I got to 251 before I needed the water. All right. Tabitha Sutherland with distinction. Bryn Olivia Sutton with distinction. Peyton Swan with distinction. Rachel Swan. Sarah Talat. Victoria Terrace with distinction. Kayla Nicole Carroll Taylor. Brianna Texera. Haben Tekeste. Megan Tessier. Connor Thompson Bacchus with distinction. Michael Tagani with distinction. David Toulay. Claudia Tarowski. Austin Upton with distinction. Avery Utley with distinction. Felina Van Ravenhorst. Carly Michaela Van Veen with distinction. Chase Reuben Churchill Vardy with distinction. Brittany Vaders with distinction. Caitlin Margaret Vetrison with distinction. Violet Sarah Hapanin Vicevic. Eva Vieira. Emma Elizabeth Alma Biren. Kaylee Wagland. Madeline Wakeman. Vanessa Jennifer Walker with distinction. Griffin Ware. Cassandra Ray Wasalina with distinction. Emma Watt. Nicola Whitlock. Emily Wildman with distinction. Sarah Susanna Wilson with distinction. Cameron Wood with distinction. Jaden Isabella Young with distinction. Angela Youssef. Hannah Jurgen. Coralie Zess. Emma Julia Zlatkus. Presenting the graduates from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree Bachelor of Arts, General Program. Razan Omar Abdalati. Safina Anwar. Nico Basic. Emma Bellamy with distinction. Tatum Elsa Benninger. Grace Cameron. Jessica DePiero. Kristen Taylor Ferguson. Ashton Finch. Sebastian Gahan. Christina Gomes. Idana Gorgis. Maya Gravanis. Anakin Guthrie. Robin Hartley. Claire Danielle Babcock Hecking. Emily Hendry. Lana Kawaf. Lauren Lee Kenny. Matthew Lichardi. Haley McDonald. Kaylin McDougall. Daniel Brett James McGuire. Cameron David Lee Melbourne. Jason Ng. Alessia Ariana Petuco. Luke Potashnik. Vanessa Priestley. Eric Proud. Julia Auden Reed with distinction. Joshua Sandomirsky. Giancarlo Saviti. Maya Shore. Haley Marie Sutherland. Melena Tucker. Victoria Andrea Swan Vijay. Haley Ward Dragich. Julia Widmer Bailey. Anna White. So at the beginning of the ceremony, we showed you a video. The voice in that video, which was me, told you that there would be a moment in the ceremony for truly thunderous applause. And this is that moment.
That was exciting. You're kicking things off with a good note today. Congratulations. Madame Chancellor, I would ask that you confer the various and several degrees on graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
We're almost there. Hello, everyone. My name's Rene Van Acker, and it's my privilege to be the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Guelph. It's truly an honor to be here today to celebrate our graduates, to celebrate all of you. Thank you for being here. As we near the close of today's celebration, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the journey that our graduates have been on and to say thank you. Your time here has been marked by growth, challenge, discovery, and for sure, many unforgettable moments. You showed up for each other, offering notes from a missed class or sharing study space, bonded by the need for caffeine and looming deadlines. You became regulars on the bus, early mornings half asleep and late nights half frozen. Some of you may have pulled your first all-nighter in the McLaughlin Library. And maybe you were shocked the first time you heard that library closing alarm blaring. I'm sure you've all made friends who now probably feel like family to you. You danced during O Week, you painted the canon, possibly became a trivia night regular, and while I could keep listing the moments that made up your time here, there's something more powerful than words, and we'd like to show you.
Your time here wasn't just about the work, but we know there was lots of that. Lectures, labs, papers, and study groups. And it wasn't all about the fun. But we know there was lots of that. It could have been more about the people. The roommates, the friends, the professors, and classmates. But what we know for sure is, your time here was about you. Do you remember who you were that first day? You were definitely younger, maybe a little nervous and excited. You were trying to figure out where your next class was, what the next week would look like. And slowly, you conquered course after course, completed each semester, each year. It wasn't easy, For many of you, it wasn't even linear. But you're here. So how did you change? Along the way, you made friends.
We're going to the Frosty Mug.
You might have even fallen in love. You learned how to take care of yourself, whether it was making a meal or managing your bills. You certainly learned how to manage your time. Some of you came here with an idea of who you wanted to be, while others, it was a process of self-discovery. Today, at the end of it all, we know you chose to spend your time here at the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You became part of our campus and community through learning and connecting, by cheering and working, and today, by graduating. How you choose to spend your time now is full of possibilities. You came to the University of Guelph to get future ready, and as a graduate, as alumni, this place will always be here to remind you of who you were and who you are today.
We hope that what you saw captures the heart of your time here at the University of Guelph. Not just big milestones, but the everydays that became extraordinary days because of the people you shared them with. And here's what we hope you carry with you. You chose the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You didn't just learn here, you lived here. You built community and brought this campus to life, and thank you for that. And no matter where your path leads from here, the University of Guelph is part of your story now, and you will always be a part of ours. As you embark on the next chapter in your journey, remember that the world needs you, your talent, your energy, your compassion, and you have the power to shape the future and contribute to a better, more just, and sustainable world. Go forth with confidence as new Guelph graduates, and know that the University of Guelph will always be here and will always be your home. We're incredibly proud of you, eager to see the remarkable things you'll achieve in the years to come. Congratulations to you, Griffin graduates. We can't wait to see what you will do next. Thank you.
So just a quick announcement on the final stages of Convocation. In a moment, I'm going to invite our bagpiper, Barry, front and center here. He's going to play the bagpipes and escort our platform party off of here. Now, traditionally, our graduates would follow our platform party to the bagpipe music, but I'm going to get you to stay, and you leave to something different, okay? I'll explain that in a few minutes. We call that a tease. Friends and family, your instinct as soon as the grads leave will be to get up and get out of here as soon as possible. I'm going to ask you not to do that. Just stay with me for about 2 minutes for two reasons. I'm going to make sure that you know where you're going and that you don't end up behind a locked door, okay? So just stick with me for 2 minutes. I promise it'll be better for you than being shoulder to shoulder in the hallway that's packed, all right? So help me out with that. Just stick around for 2 minutes after. With that, we'll invite Barry forward. And we do have a wonderful tradition here at the University of Guelph that Convocation, the final word on Convocation, shall always come from our Chancellor.
This convocation ceremony is concluded.
This Convocation ceremony is concluded. Please stand as you're able for the exit of the platform party. almost gone. Never works. I've missed 102 in a row. Okay, now that the grown-ups are gone, we can have some fun. So I said that you're going to leave to something a little differently. So Convocation has always been about pageantry and tradition, and you would leave with the bagpipe music. So a few years ago, we thought